Right. Now, hopefully, it should work. Yes, it does. Great. But doesn't show in the menu for some reason. لمنا دي fucking orre. لاك ايه يعني باسكي ها ما jävla fucking kanal. Here, finally. Let me see. Alright, we're living. Alright, it's working. Let me just share it on Discord so people can join. And let me see. Nope, not here. Here on the server. Live. Alright, let me just put it in here. Live streaming. Is it available? There's no viewers. Jag ber håll käften i fucking åsna. Alright. Alright, yeah, I can't see the viewers. Cool, yeah. Alright, never mind. I'll just go back and continue developing my Minecraft Community Edition. And basically we're just started to work with virtual file system, so I'm gonna explain more further like what it does and what the idea about it. So let me just see where it is. It's in here. All right, got the git changes, or before, let me wait, why is it lagging, dude? Hello, why? Even my lagging mode launcher is freezing. Oh, I forgot to start off my file server. Yeah, it can be a bit loud. All right, I believe it should start now. Meanwhile, let's just discuss about what have what we have implemented so far. So basically, if you're in the main branch, we'll see it's being last day we have just updated this branch for 4 days ago, but we are developing in the dev branch, so should see changes happens frequently here. So last change we have in 19 hours ago, and we just merged some pull requests, did some added some features behind the scenes. And if you want to see furthermore what we are doing and to keep yourself updated, you should head up to the projects and you just press the CDEV Minecraft Community Edition 0.1.0 and you will get to this board, which basically tells you what we are planning to introduce, features, and here we discuss what the features, like what is the use cases, what is the goals, and when we are done discussing, we move on to needs work. We just move it. So basically we're gonna implement right now the future file system, and then we review and we just put it here if we're done with the implementation. Basically, let me see the people who's commenting. You are a dev for CE. No, I'm not a developer of. Here's the thing. There's a guy whose name is Sua, I don't know, who decided to name his project as Minecraft Community Edition. All right, and I'm also decided to name it. But what a coincidence! We decided to name it at the same date and almost same time. Like, in fact, I got my friend, he just sent it to me, an image right here. He told me here. So basically they created a channel, and the date they posted it on I mean, yeah, 2nd March, I guess, and 4:05, and the dates I posted my post on the LCEMP server, let me see, it was at, let me see, yeah, almost same date and same time, just like half an hour difference. So basically I'm not a member with Sua or Kua, who works on his project. So I want to contact the Kua basically to resolve the name, because it might get some, or we will get conflicts name basically in the future. It's fine. Keep going, bro. I will see. I was just about to ask if there was a GitHub page, but you just pulled it up. Oh. Yeah, there's a GitHub page. I believe I just put it in the description, I guess. But you could just come here to this Discord post, navigate all the way to the top, and you got the link to the repository basically. Yeah, as I said, I will just contact with Koas later for resolving the name issue and try to maybe collaborate together in one project instead. So yeah, so basically every feature we implement, we put it in something called issue and label it as a new feature that we would like to have in the the project. And in every issue we need to explain what we need, what we are planning to do, and what is the purpose of the feature, and what is the goal basically. So basically this virtual file system is almost identical to, you would say, to Jude edition. No man, I would just keep it community edition, because it's gonna be built by community and yeah, I mean, it's for the community and it's gonna be built by community, so I don't want to keep it just by my name. So yeah, where was I? Yes, virtual file system. Virtual file system is almost identical to how the Minecraft consoles. Basically, this is the original legacy code edition of Minecraft. It's not the smart SMD microslops. Um, if we go here, well, basically, let me just say media archive, not current document, current project, media archive. Here, I guess. What do you mean it's not could not be located? What do you mean it cannot be located? No, never mind. Basically, this virtual file system is just same thing as media archive, but I will add more enhancements to it. So here's the description. It says introduce a virtual file system class responsible for managing how game assets are stored and loaded by the engine. The system should support 2 loading modes. Stream loading, it's basically assets are loaded only when needed and released from memory after use. This reduces memory usage and is suitable for systems with limited resources. The other thing is memory loading. Assets are loaded into memory as stored reducing disk access during runtime. This mode targets modern hardware with sufficient memory. So, what is the difference between stream and memory loading? The difference is basically the hardware. Like, if you got your game, if you got the game and you want to run it on older hardware with maybe HDD, hard disk drive, basically. So, or basically you got not enough RAM on your machine, so the game could just read directly from your disk and load your data directly to the VRAM. It doesn't read everything and put it in the memory, so it basically uses low usage of memory, and this option is basically could be toggled on the settings, so it could be very helpful, and especially when I would introduce modding, so people who have like gonna create mods and they have a lot of assets, big textures and big audio files and so on, and also maybe people who would like to make mod packs. So mod packs could be very large. So instead of loading everything to the memory, we could just read from a stream, read from a file directly. And yes, these modes should be configurable through game settings, allowing the user to prioritize either performance or memory usage. Assets reference will be managed through a JSON mapping file where each asset is assigned a tag that maps to its physical file location. This allows the engine to reference assets using tags instead of hardcoded file paths. And this is just an example. I would not use this format. I will just use something else, of course. And I prefer to have like tags, name, and you got like namespace, assets, and got textures, title screen, and so on. I prefer this thing. I prefer this tag basically. I feel it's more organized than just have this slash or backslash. And then we got a packing step will process this JSON file and build a single packed virtual file container containing all reference assets. When building the packed file, the system should write a virtual file system format version and then header structure containing asset tag name, basically the asset tag name, and then we get the 8-byte offset address of the assets, which basically you could think of like a pointer, but you're just pointing to memory in the disk space, not in the RAM, we could say. And 8-byte file size, just give it file size, which basically in terms tell how the virtual file system will load the data later, how many bytes. What I'm doing right now, implementing a virtual file system, and it's basically almost the same as the media archive, how it's stored the game data in just big single file. It's like media windows 64.archive, but I'm just implementing my own, making my own implementation instead. So yeah. And yeah, this allows the virtual file system to quickly locate and load assets at runtime. And we got build configuration behavior. In debug builds, the virtual file system reads the JSON mapping directly and loads assets from their original file paths. This allows easy assets editing and fast iteration during development. And release builds, the system loads assets exclusively from the packed virtual file container. Same thing with media archive. And location will be in the IO virtual file system header. And yes, so we can just start implementing right away. Like we got the planned feature, as I said. So I've created like virtual file system header right over here, and we can just basically start programming or implementing fragment once, and we just say namespace, dude, namespace, let me see, what do you say, MCE, I'm losing my mind. Alright, we're gonna have class virtual file system. Is this the way how you spell it? Virtual file system. And why is my Visual Studio parser is lagging out? Dude, hello, good morning, good night, good morning, dude. Oh my god. Thanks, dude. But let me just close it and reopen it again. Visual Studio. What the hell? Alright. MCE. Alright, thanks. Public. And let me just have this thing near me so I can just view it. And introduce a virtual file system, stream loading, blah blah blah. Alright, let me see. I got my friend, he implemented, I believe, stream inputs. Just including project, like so. And they basically just open files and read them as a stream. Alright, so we just include stream file input stream as it is, and we'll just say private say file input stream, do file input stream, file and stream as it is, and say virtual file system, give a constructor for now and a destructor, why not? Come on, virtual file system, good. What the fuck is wrong? Okie dokie. Just create the declaration namespace MCE, put it here, and yeah, let me see what we do here in the main. Not really much. Let me just run the program and see what's, because he said there's some bug, I guess. Why is it taking? Oh, right, cannot open source core, no such file directory. What the hell you mean with that? Core routine scheduler. Right, there is a bug or compiler bug. Duh. Why is it taking so long? No such file or directory. What do you that? Shut up. Alright, but take me to... Oh my god. Alright, what is the error? Let me see. Remarks. The compiler generation error where it can't find a file. There are many possible causes. Boring. Specify file name is wrong. What? Source file? Dude. It's right here. What? Visual C is tweaking. What? What the hell? Virtual file system. Dude. Visual C must be high. Or I could be high. I don't know. Let me just browse the folder. Let me see, what do we have? It's in core. It's here. Let me just clean Visual Studio. Clean. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Clean it again. Clean. Rebuild. Rebuild. Come on. Huh. Visual C was tweaking, bro. He was high. What? But you compiled it. How do you mean it's error? Cannot open source coroutine schedule, no such file. Dude, what? No, man. I don't want to fix this shit. I don't want to fix this shit, man. I want to just implement this virtual file system, dude. Oh my god. It's right here. Shut up. Weird, he didn't. Oh, you gotta kidding me. Yo, my guy, he didn't write the write, seek, tell, get size. Yo, so oh, I didn't see that. Oh my god. Then I need to. Oh man. I need to write those file output stream. Maybe wait. I think he wrote file input stream. Yeah, he did it, but he didn't do the file output stream, which is, I can just say return 0 for now. Return 0. I need to fix it later. Or yeah, maybe later. Alright, file output stream. No, coroutine scheduler. Coroutine scheduler. I hate my life. I hate Visual Studio when it's so dumb and idiot. Bro, let me see the object files. x64 debug. Alright, let me search for coroutine scheduler. It's there. You just compiled it, so it's not a link error. Let me just search in the entire project, entire solution. core / coroutine. Only specified text was not found. Let me say this. Then what the hell is this? chat, like, give me a suggestion. What should I do? Like, oh my god. Cannot open source file. You know what? I could just let GitHub do it for me. I mean, Copilot. Where is the open chat window? Because there's no way I can fix this. Like, what? Let me say fix error C1083. What failed? What? Oh my god, oh my god. You know what? I will just let it fix it. I will just listen to some music, bro. I will just mute the desktop so I don't get like copyright. I will just take my snooze, if you guys know it. It's called English like nicotine pouch, but the Swedish edition. You guys, you got Zin, I guess, in the USA. But here in Sweden we got something called Velo or icebergs. Oh god. Copilot, you dumb ass. You have done the same thing, and every time you build, you get a build failed error. Can't you freaking... Can't you... I don't want to swear. Can't you just learn from your mistake? Build style. Do you want to include the following logs from the build out? Allow this time. Is there like another process who is using the source file, or cannot open source file? I mean, there's no process, there's no external process who's using that file right now. Oh my god, Visual Studio. Never mind. I'll listen to some music. I like to listen to those music, funk, bro. Jeez, that's so loud. Alright. Fix it, please. You know what? Allow. What do you mean you cannot find files? Bro. You know what? You know what? Fuck Copilot. So dumb. You know, I would believe if those smart CMD people, we'd say, they came through this error that I have, I swear to God, they will never figure it out. Because they lack technical skills. They will just rely on AI. They will just rely on Copilot. I mean, I believe it should be fixed. If Copilot shim test, dude, what the hell is this? Delete. Delete. Coroutine scheduler? What is this? Remove. Delete. Exclude from project. And re-include. Build this shit. Lord have mercy. Oh my god, what the hell just happened? Let me see, the last date 9:37 p.m. It's today. Let me see the clock. It did build, but why does it want to link it, like to open it? Why in the first place? Let me just close all Virtual Studio. Close. If it says restart your PC, I will smash my PC, swear to God. Close. Lobby bound. Close. Never mind. Oh. What should we do now? Visual, or before visual. Shit. Let me go back and see. Inspect it, or never mind. Let me see. Where did we have it? Core. Core routine scheduler. Edit. It's fine. Close. Let me take this out. Let me just inspect my solution. Control find core. Nope. This filter, this is what I need. Dude, what the hell? Man, I hate Visual Studio now. Visual shit. I mean, here's the coroutine schedule, but this is normal. Should be like that. Visual Studio run as administrator. Yes. What the hell you mean with that? No. What? Yes? Oh my god, what? What's wrong? Good morning. Let me see. MSDS. Dude! Oh my god. MSDSC. Connect. Connect, duh. Yes. Hey. Bro. Alright. Bring task manager. Ah, my eyes. I mean, it's normal. I guess. You know what? Fuck this net limiter. Status. It's 1 gigabit per second. So there's no problem with reading. Check my disk properties. No problem. Here's the solution. I mean, disconnect. Why? I just do something like properties. Okay. No. Bro. No such file or directory. Bro, what the hell? Bro, I need to rename this live stream from developing virtual file system to fix this freaking dumbass bug. Let me just say exclude from project. Bro, it's already excluded. Where is it located? God damn. General. Linker general. I mean, there's no CMake. I mean, there's no core. Core scene schedule. What do you mean with that? No. I mean, this works fine. You know what? Let me just say MSTSC connect, yes, restart anyway. Alright, it's up and running. Bro, what's wrong? Dude, my Visual Studio just crashed. Finally. No. Core routine scheduler, core routine scheduler. We got 2 errors now. Wow. Oh my god. Brain damage. Let me see Microsoft. MSDN. Let me ask GBT. Dude. I'm getting C, what was it? .1083 for a .cpp file. Dude, it's not coming. It's not coming. Missing header file. It does exist. What the hell? I mean, it does compile the file and generate an object file, but I still get this problem. Oh my god. I mean, I should be writing virtual file system now, but Visual Studio said no, not today. Like fuck you. My god. This what I get. Build systems trying to compile that. Wait, why do I have where is this located? Core wait, what? Filters, oh man, I hate filters. Why is there multiple of them? What is going on? If I removed this, remove, and remove this, and start to this thing, same problem. Remove, build, wow, it's working again. Like, dude, what? Common, glad, graphics, OpenGL. Let me just rebuild. God. God. Bro. Alright, but I just said add existing item, core routine scheduler, add, and start the program. It starts. Oh my god, Visual Studio, come on. Wait, what? What happened with the SA source location, dude? Dude, what? There is a SD source location, but it doesn't want to output it. Let me see. Location. Wait, what? SD optional. Alright. Never mind. Let me get to the post, or let's say queue event bus, and set a breakpoint in here. Run. Do continue. You know what? Take me here. It's gonna be right here. Log callback. It's gonna be right over here. We got escape code, but plain text. I'm just gonna. Alright. Wow. Wow. Says done. CE location. Says just optional. Did my guy just remove the usage of e.location? Here we got message. I think he forgot to provide location. And here it is. Let's restart. Has value. Does has value. restart. It doesn't have any value. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on me. Bro, he just removed the... Dude, no, you gotta kidding me, man. I know why. I believe, if I remember correct, there was a... Oh my god. It's just empty. Right, let me say... Close this shit. F12. Let me just say SD source location current. Location, optional, value. The hell. Where's the console? Doesn't output anything. What the fridge? Now I guess. Alright. Now, but it says it's at MCE logger info blah blah blah, which is wrong. Shouldn't be that way. My guy, what did you do? I'm pretty sure he did a, or there's like misunderstanding with design, I guess, with the logger system. His intention was like, let me see the definition of MCE info. Info trace. Aha, he used the MCE info trace. All right, all right, understood. All right. So basically, you just provide a logger trace where it's here. My bad. So it's correct. I mean, it's correct. So if we just say trace, gonna have the trace. My bad. Alright, good. I just had this misunderstanding. Now it works. So we say micro community edition .c++ corrects shutting down. Alright, my bad. Git changes. Let me just fix this quick, or I fix it. Alright, never mind. File output stream. It's gonna be like that for now. Virtual file system. Alright, let me just take a break and I will be back. Alright, I'm back. You know what? I should have been done writing this virtual file system. Visual shit, not Visual Studio. Alright. So basically I'm just gonna go back here. We got the file input stream. Say virtual do file input stream. Let me see, we got a close in the file. The size is open, RAID, seek, tel, and the structure. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna have create a function which will basically, let me just implement this real quick, and let me just create a file, boolean open JSON mapping file const std. We're gonna use a eastl string. So we're gonna say eastl string and file name. File name. Alright. And I will just include the source file, include the vendor. You got the low man. But it's empty for some reason. IO? Maybe, yeah, I got it here in low man. Alright. Yes, Sly, just chilling. You're the only one who is watching, so thank you for your support. So basically we're in the virtual file system, so low man JSON. I wonder why it's called low man. Lonely man should be called lonely man. Alright, low man JSON data, and we need to read the entire file. So we're gonna say file input stream and file in f stream fn stream dot open string view file name if fn stream, nope, not this, fn stream dot is open, so basically you're gonna read the entire file. We need to get the end stream dot get size, so we need to know how big it is. So size t f Let me just put it here. Size t, file size equals 0, file size equal get size, and we're just gonna retrieve the size, and we just say fn stream dot read buffer, and we get the size. For simplicity, I mean, I could use a EASTL vector, right? Just say include EASTL. Let me see, what kind of vector does it have? We got vector map, vector multi-map, multi-set, vector set. Let me see vector. Vector of characters, buffer, file size. If file size not equal basically we got something called and pause, but let me see the value of it. Basically just static line, const expression in const. We could say static inline man inline const size t and the file invalid file size equal const expression. So yeah, it's just the same sign. So we could just take this away, and we just take it and put it here instead. Dude. And let me see, invalid file size. All right, so if it's invalid file size, then we just put it here, create a buffer, give it the following size. Let me see, how does it determine file size? By using file system file size. Alright, file name, file or buffer or fn stream read buffer.data, get the pointer, and we read the entire file. So just say file size, and alright, we read it in the buffer, and now we would say data equal low man JSON parse, give it a buffer as it is. Works, still works. Yeah, EASTL vector. Alright, good, amazing. Alright, let me just give it a test, basically just run it, and let me just create, add new item. I'll just say web, not here, utility, never mind, let me say C++ and just name it test, or test.json. Give it an object, say value hello world. Oops. Alright. And just say true for now. And let me try, where's the main? Main.cpp. Alright. I will just comment this out so it doesn't create a Minecraft instance. And here I will just include virtual file system is in IO, so IO / virtual file system, like so, and MCE virtual file system VFS dot open JSON mapping file, give it the name test.json. Try to run the program, hopefully no problem like previously. This is a warning. I guess it's just a warning. No errors. Fuck off. ABI. I guess it doesn't work for reading. I mean, I feel like it's much better to just use a buffer, raw C buffer. Like, there's no problem with that, I guess, because we're just reading and we're gonna delete it later. So we just basically say remove this and say char pointer buffer equal new char, give it size, file size, and initialize everything to 0, and buffer file size buffer, and then when we're done just say delete buffer. Okay, it works. Set up logging and we'll try it. What is that? Please just take me to my thing. Thanks. Open the file. Took 50 milliseconds. Like, what is going on? Why does it take so long? 50 milliseconds. Stream the open. File.data. Stream.open f stream. What is this? F stream. Yeah, I guess I will fix this f stream later because it's just using I mean, I think it's bad. Like 50 milliseconds to just open a file. Dude, shouldn't take that long. Whatever, let me just continue. Is it open? Get size, it's 30 bytes. File size, read, to create the buffer, read, let me see the data. And it's correct. Parse data took 5 milliseconds. By the way, I'm streaming, I guess that's why. And it's corrupted string array. It's corrupted. I guess maybe we would say +1, dude. So with a +1 we will get a null by terminator. Boop, boop. And it's still corrupted. Dude, what is this? No, it's not corrupted. It's correct. Value first, second. Just was looking at the wrong place. Hello world. Yeah, I mean it's correct. It is correct. Took 33 milliseconds. Dude, why? Maybe I'm streaming, that's why. And just delete buffer, and it will not affect our value, object, value, second, data, value. The type is string, and the string hello world. Yes, it's correct. So just say, return true. Alright, it opened. I think I would like to rename this function name from open to load, because open is just open it for like stream, and load is basically load the data. I feel it's much better idea, or much better name. Load JSON mapping file, and go back to my main source file. Load JSON. Alright, getting warning. Why is it for warning? Yes, like this. Thank you for the warning. I will take return true and put it here. Alright, and just say return false over here, or yeah, just leave it here. So here basically we parse everything, and then we're gonna load the data. So we need to find or create a great way to format everything. So I will just say like assets dot images dot. By the way, I will not use texture, because the idea of texture is basically is a source file, or not source file. It's just an image basically loaded in the video memory, VRAM. But when we have in the normal RAM, it's still called image. So texture basically is in the video memory, and image is basically stored in the RAM as is. So I would just call it image. Assets dot image dot let's say logo dot webp as it is. Or let me just say I would like to get a PNG image. What do you have for image? Hey, yo, chat, can you like give me some ideas on images that I could use? Let me check the Discord. Let me see media. Hopefully I just could find something that is PNG. Nope. 4J LCMP. Let me check this. I think it's good. Just whip. Oh my god. Let me just open this. Take this, put it here. Put this here and here. Take it, put it. Dude. Cool. No, I will I will just use this logo just for testing. I will just convert to PNG, so I'm gonna use a PNG converter .webp to PNG. Select the file, view all files. Good, it's viewed in a place that I would like to view it, not in the wrong place. Let me see. Here. Convert. Download. Alright. Control X, and let me go back to my folder. Community edition. I'm just gonna create folder, call it assets slash or assets, and then in here I would say new images, and just put in the image. I'll just name it logo for now. Alright. Let me see. Say images logo. Just name it logo as it is. We don't need a file format. And we will just write the folder path. Oh, you sent a PNG form. Oh, let me try it. Let me try. Where's Discord? Here. You sent it on the forum. I didn't see your message. LCEMP here, right? Yep. Jump to present. What? Oh, you deleted. Oh man. you could send it again. It's fine. I didn't see your comments. My bad. LCEMP. Alright, that's cool. Hopefully this is a PNG. No. Wait. 3, 5. No, it's a web format. That thing. Let me see. Let me just convert it again. Add more files. This file. Convert. Download. Control X. Close this. Put this in here. Remove this. God. Yes. Rename it logo. Does Discord convert it? Yes, it does. Maybe for, I mean, maybe Discord uses this format or does, or loves to use that format. So I don't know. Never mind. Right. What did I want to do? Check something real quick. Photos. Alright. Wait, what happened? No, never mind. Hello. My File Explorer just lagged. Bro, what's going on? Oh, it's fine. Alright. Go back to Visual Studio. So it's located at assets images slash slash slash. It's called logo.png, right? Yep. Yeah, look at this. Handy, very handy. Alright, cool. Visual Studio. Alright. Let's go back to where virtual file system. So, alright. So we're gonna make a container, which is gonna be a map, hash map, especially EASTL unordered map, EASTL unordered map, key and template and hasher, predicts allocator. There's a lot of options, especially like this prediction and hash. I will just keep it simple for now. An order map, which basically take a EASTL string and another string. So basically this string, or maybe let's just say vector char say files. Just keep it simple for now. Maybe later I will change the name of the variables. So yeah, so virtual file system, and we're gonna parse. We're gonna say for auto, if I remember correct, because it's been so long I didn't use the low man JSON. So for auto file and data.items, if file dot key dot is string. Okay, just gonna provide the file name. So I'm gonna say if file dot value dot is string. It's important because we don't like to read in data that is integer or float or true, false. We want just string file path. All right. Or let's say just remove this and write instead the file input string. Much better, I guess. Yeah, why not? So alright, and say virtual file system files dot or say give it a value file dot key equal file dot value, or no, create file input stream. Do we have constructor? Yes, we can say file dot value dot c string. Wait, what? Dot get as, what does it take? EASTL string view. Doesn't support it. Char pointer SD string dot C string. Good lord. I mean, it shouldn't be that this way. So it's just string view, and it says there's an error. Virtual file system files dot bucket count in place hash function insert stl ESTL pair MC file input stream. I don't know, does it support like operators like this way? Dot C string. I mean, sure it does. I mean, yes. File input stream. I don't know. I don't think this is the correct way. It's too long. And file.get. We are just now prototyping. Later we will just refactor and reorganize it. Just prototyping. So basically here we just insert the files that we have set in the JSON. So let me just run it, see what happened. Just getting warm. Go away. F10, F5, create buffer, read, parse, file with data, file, it's a string, alright. 26 millisecond, bro. I believe it's, I mean, it's a problem surely, because I'm using just a streaming. I'm streaming. But let me see. Files. Hash. Can't I just browse? ESTL hash map. No, we cannot. Alright. Does work. It's working. That's it. Delete buffer, return true, and voila. Stop everything. Delete everything, and yes. Let me have the virtual file system. This virtual file system. File input stream files dot clear. So basically this is just gonna clear everything and free everything from the memory. Alright. I'm gonna create a getter which basically gonna retrieve the file input stream. So we're gonna say file input stream, and we'll say return get file, and we would like to provide the name of the file string, but it's not gonna be called as a file name. It's gonna be a tag name. So we say tag name instead. So correct. I believe we should use EASTL optional. Hello, good morning, dude. Include EASTL optional. Alright, EASTL optional should be like so. Hello. Input stream. We're just gonna see what does it have, and then has value or relay or else reset transform value. We just get the value. Could easily just say file input stream fn return fn. No. Do ESTL exist? Optional file input stream fn make. No, there's no nothing called make optional. Never mind. Let me just say if virtual file system files dot count tag name. If it does exist, it's going to return true or false. If it exists, then we can just say return. I believe there's EASTL null option. Yes. Let me just look quickly on how my dude use the EASTL optional. Let me see documentation of EASTL. Where do we have vendor EASTL doc HTML? No. Benchmark mark. No. Bad practices modules. Not HTML. Bonus, no. I remember there was like a PDF file that you could just open. EA base doc. No. You know what, let me just use ChatGPT at this point. Let me just ask them, how do I use EASTL optional? Because I never used so much EASTL. I usually use this C++ standard template library. Include the header, blah blah blah, basic declaration, blah blah blah. Check if it has a value, assign a value, or later. That's it. Dereference, it's assert if empty, value the value, or make it empty. Example usage. fairly simple. Could say virtual file system. How big is it? 320 bytes. Yo, my dude, why is it so big? No freaking way. Dude, why using if string? I mean, there's no need to use basic if string, bro. Should have been like maximally 8 bytes. No need for 320 bytes. Like, god damn. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna rewrite file input stream. Is open, end of line, close, read, seek, tell, get signed. You know what? I would just say for now, hashtag if not def win32 hashtag and if, right? And here I will say hashtag else void pointer 64 edge file equal null pointer. I prefer using the OS operating system specific functions because I feel there's less overhead, because you saw 10 millisecond, 20 millisecond. Dude, I mean, that's a lot just for a single file to load. Dude, I'm not interested in file output stream, file input stream. Go. Good God. Hashtag if def, if not def, when 32, hashtag else, hashtag and if. So I'm gonna use to platform specific file input stream. No, yes, oh yes, file input stream edge file equal create file. No, hashtag include windows.header, hashtag define win32 lean and mean. And say create file ASCII. I could say hashtag undef unicode. So it's gonna use default create file A, correct? And say file dot c string data desired access generic read file share mode file share read security attributes null pointer. Wait, yeah, null pointer. Creation disposition open existing. Should we open an existing? Be sure. Create op. Let's say open existing. Flags and attributes. File attribute normal template file null pointer. Alright, we open the file and we say that's it, and we check is open, so we say hashtag if not def when 32 hashtag else hashtag end if we're gonna return Edge file not or file equal invalid not equal invalid handle value. Okay, okie dokie. End of line. We don't need end of line for now. So first like if def not def when 32 and if same thing here if and def when 32 and if can immediately, if we hover here, we could say just 16 bytes long. Why does it say? Let me see the input stream. It's just in. Oh yeah. Alright. Get size, tell, turn the current position the stream is at. Is open, we implemented is open. Close, we shall implement it now. Like if def not def when 32 hashtag end if else close handle Edge file and say file input. What the hell is this? File input stream Edge file equal invalid handle value correct reads if not def when 32 you know what, I want to listen to some music. Yeah. Else and if read file buffer buffer not equal no thank you. return read file. Seek. So if not def get file size. You know what? I forgot how to seek and tell the position of the file, so I'm gonna just ask ChatGPT. How do I seek into a file using method 2? Set file pointer is if not def also the quad part equal position, set file pointer extended to, just say this, right? Yeah, it does work. Can just remove this. Offset. Right. File again. Return position. Dude, what's wrong with ChatGPT? God. Just say else just disappear. What? I'm not gonna fix it. Alright. Return, pause, quad pause. Boom! Vanish. Back to the back room. Alright, so now pause the music for now. So okay, for now we have shrinked the size of file input stream from 320 bytes to 16 bytes, which would be much easier for if we just basically copy it, if we decide to for some reason copy the file input stream, because previously if stream is too large, I mean it's not like small std. Let's see, if stream, let me just see, hello, good morning, Visual Studio. What? Dude, if stream, bro, okay, take me. My god, what an asshole. If stream, okay, doesn't want to show, but it's too big to just store. Like, file input stream should be very basic. It's just gonna be a wrapper over a handle, which is gonna provide very simple functions. It's basically open, read, tell, get site. That's it. But he just decided to use if stream, and it's totally wrong. Basically, I just wrote the Win32 functions for now because I'm using Win32 and we are targeting Win32 right now. And later I will just replace or provide POSIX function calls. POSIX basically means what do you say, Linux and Mac, and hopefully Raspberry Pi. Imagine running this version of Minecraft inside Raspberry Pi. I mean Raspberry Pi 5, I guess, does support OpenGL, so I have big hope that this project might work on the Raspberry Pi, and if it does, it's gonna be amazing. Wow. Alright, let me get back. I mean, we did provide file input stream. Where do we have error? It says there is an error. Where? Visual Studio, dumbass. Virtual file system. Alright. Now we can hover, see how big it is. It's 16 bytes. Woohoo! Running it on Raspberry Pi 1. Pi 1? I have never heard of Raspberry Pi 1. I guess you mean Raspberry Pi 0 or Raspberry Pi 0W. I don't think it would work on older Raspberry Pi's versions. I believe maybe Raspberry 4 and 5. It could work. Let me just see. Raspberry Pi 5 specifications. Specifikationer. Bro, I want to see the latest Raspberry Pi model. Yo, look how long it is. What is this? Raspberry Pi 400. Yes, Raspberry Pi 5 figure 10. So you got 16 gigabyte of RAM. Good. I mean, it's not bad. Gigabits, micro SD card slot. Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. What OpenGL version does Raspberry Pi 5 support? I guess the latest version of OpenGL. Searching on internet. It uses OpenGL embedded system and Vulkan 1.2. OpenGL desktop not officially supported. OpenGL embedded system. Man, desktop application requires OpenGL 3. Which is Pi 5 cannot provide directly programs that will work. How gets OpenGL ES is by using GL loader. These three things: context creation, EGL, or the library like STL. I don't know, maybe it doesn't support it, but we have a plan. Wow, this server is so massive. One day we'll buy it. We have planned to use BGFX, a rendering graphics library, and it's cross-platform. I mean, what I mean with cross-platform, I mean like it supports Linux, Mac, Windows browsers, and it can use multiple APIs, or can use single API, but provides its own API for multiple other APIs. What I mean, basically, you just write a render using BGFX style or BGFX library, you use their code, and you can choose which graphics API you would like to use, like Direct 11. They had Direct 9, maybe you could use it some way or just include it in a way, and DirectX 11, 12, and this for PS4, but ignore it. It supports Metal, OpenGL 3.1, OpenGL Embedded System 3.1, Vulkan, WebGL, WebGL2, WebGPU. I mean, there's a lot of graphics API, which is great if we used it. So people who is running on Mac could, instead of using OpenGL, they can just use directly Metal or Vulkan. Same thing with Windows, they can use DirectX 11, 12, OpenGL or Vulkan. I mean, there's more option we could use, but the problem is if we just use BGFX, we will not have full control over the graphics context. So basically, if we wanted to make some optimization, we will hit a barrier, or we will reach some limitations basically. So we will think about it. And the cool thing about this library, it's used in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I mean, Mojang use it here, and in the vibrant visuals. This is just basically Minecraft Bedrock Edition vibrant visuals, which is good, not bad. Never mind, let me just go back. File input stream. I'm gonna return it as a simple copy. Because it's just 16 bytes. I mean, it's not a lot of memory to just copy. EASTL, it will return, instead of return, virtual file system files dot tag name, like so, and it's gonna return basically the file, but as input stream, as a stream. We're just streaming the data. And yes, so we could say VFS dot get file, like assets dot images dot logo, and say assets dot images dot logo true. So I'm gonna set some breakpoints, run the program, and see what happens. F10 dot dot dot. All right. Break, delete buffer, return true. Get file. Just get me to the function, please. It is there. Return it. Oh man, I need to, oh, I forgot. I need to just say auto file equal like this, so we can see more. We can inspect the elements. $25 milliseconds. File, blah 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 blah. Yo yo yo, what is this? I feel it shouldn't be like that, I guess. Maybe file input MCE file input stream dot value get the file. Here we got the handle, and it's correct. I like to use value or, which takes 0. And if I say logos, I believe it will not compile. Yes, I was correct. Static cast, and it doesn't like do so. So I'm gonna make a constructor, another constructor, which basically file input stream, which basically take another file input stream as pointer p file, and what it does is just say file input stream equal stream h file equal p file, p file dot h file, correct? And of course we would say if p file not equal null pointer, static inline const expression say size t file not found equal like so. Pointer or we could say just give it null 0. Say it's like null pointer. I mean, I will just reorganize everything later. Oh god. How long have I live in? 2 hours. Never mind. Maybe I will just end the live later, but not now. Let's just give it some more minutes. File I found. Alright. Or MCE file input stream file not found. What? Should be like this or what? Dude. Alright, I've been losing my mind right now. I need to get back to go and sleep. Concise T. Oh man. What happened to Discord? Are everyone good? Oh man. you know, just leave it as value. Or say, just leave it auto file. If file dot has a value, file dot value dot get size dot value seek read the images, read as is. I don't know, I got tired. Sorry guys, I need to seriously go get sleep. What is the time? It's 11 o'clock. I need to go sleep. Thank you for watching. I know I should have been already done with it, I guess. But you saw Visual Studio was, I should call it visual bug. It was a disaster. But I should. Oh man, I'm so tired. Tomorrow I will continue with writing this virtual file system. I should have been done with it today, but never mind. I will just do it tomorrow. So thank you for watching. See you next time.